My name is George Francis Higgins, Jr. It sounds very official, doesn't it? Though here I stand, my name tag proclaiming Pete. So am I Pete or am I George? The family lore spins it this way. When my dad was a baby, the family looked at him in the crib and had second thoughts. George is too big a name for such a little guy. Now, Dad, for reasons beyond my understanding, apparently liked the nursery rhyme, Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater. So poof, his family nickname became Pete. And when I came along, I inherited not just Dad's proper name, but also his nickname. So really, I'm Repeat. As a toddler, I only knew myself as Pete. Then came kindergarten. The teacher calls out, George Higgins. I looked around the room. Who's this mysterious George? Finally, she stared straight at me and she said, George, and I raised my hand, here? That afternoon, I told Mom, guess what? Today I learned I have a school name. Now, she explained, and from then on, life split in two. Socially, everyone knows me as Pete, but on the paperwork, driver's license, paycheck, tax return, I am George. Now, sometimes the boundaries that can lead to confusion. At my first wedding, the announcement read, George Higgins to wed Mary Shulak. Now, guests arrived, understood the guy in the tux must be George, the fellow that Mary never talked about, and whispered to Mary in the reception line, so when did you dump Pete? Mary and I found the double identity did have a practical use. If someone phoned asking for George, she could screen the call by saying, well, he just stepped out. If they asked for Pete, she'd know it would be somebody I'd like to talk with and hand me the phone. Years later, after Mary and my amicable parting, I brought Kathleen, happy birthday, my future bride, to lunch at Hotel DuPont to meet my work colleagues. One of them asked her, after they'd gone around the table introducing themselves, so how long have you known George? Kathleen froze. She scanned the table, wondering which of the men were George. Then it hit her, oh, you mean him. She fears their first impression of her was of a woman about to marry someone whose name she didn't know. Now later, during our wedding ceremony, when the minister said, do you take George as your husband? Kathleen's brother Jonathan whispered, cripes, the minister got Pete's name wrong. Mary, Kathleen, even my daughter Caroline confirm a pattern. I don't just have two names, I have two personalities. George builds things, Pete's builds relationships. George is serious and methodical, the electrical engineer, interested in circuit integrity and risk management. Pete is curious and warm, the locomotive engineer who likes to give kids train rides at the Marshall Steam Museum. George fixes problems nobody has to be fixed. Pete just listens. So here I am, George to the IRS, Pete to my friends, Repeat to my legacy. At this age, I've decided it's not confusing, it's comforting. After all, in the company of my alter egos, I'm never alone. Thank you.